Well, we've just left Ilminster and we're heading down to Portland Bill Camping, which isn't a caravan and motorhome club or a caravan and camping club site. It's just a standalone independent. To be honest, it's going to be a little bit of wild camping, I think, for this next one. We've not really got any electricity. I've seen some reviews that they might have put some water and toilets in. I'm not too sure what they're going to look like, but nevertheless, we'll probably just use our own gear anyway, to be honest. But really looking forward to this one because it's right on a cliff face and you're supposed to get some fantastic weather, both good and bad. So it should be an eventful stay. We're only here for one night before heading down to Landon Bay. But yeah, looking forward to it, and it should be a good one. So how many campsites do you know where there's a resident sheep, lamb, I'm not sure, but playing with all the dogs. Hello, so the all-important rating out of 10. Taking everything into consideration, because it is a hard one to review, because most of the sites that I've stayed at have got electricity, toilet facilities, showers as a minimum. So I'm going to give it 2 ratings. One of them as a rating on how it is, knowing what facilities were available, and then I'm going to give it a second rating in comparison to some of the other places that I've stayed recently, which isn't necessarily fair, but it goes in line with the videos. So the first rating, based off what I knew, I would give the site a 9 out of 10. Location, exceptional. People, exceptional. Pitch sizes, no problem at all. And facilities, better than what I expected. So running water, just kind of a tap in the corner, which was fine, and the toilets, I expected it to be kind of one portaloo, but there were actually, I think, 4 on one side and potentially 4 on the other as well. So there was plenty of toilets available, in fact more than what I just had in the last campsite that I'd been at, which were a caravan and motorhome club. And even though they were porta potties, or porta toilets, porta cabins, the facilities, you know, there were plenty of toilet roll. They were really clean, so no complaints on that side. Now, if I were going to rate it alongside other places that I've stayed, bearing in mind it only cost £10 to stay, I would probably rate it a 6 out of 10. And the reasons for that is, as you can already appreciate, there's no showers, which I knew about. There's not proper toilets. There were no electric hookup point, and as well, the site doesn't allow for caravans, and I think that must be because of the tight turning circle to actually get into the site, which you'll have seen already. But I would definitely stay here again, and if I were going to stay here again, I would stay here for 3 or 4 nights, on the basis that I've got a van that has got a shower built in. Exceptional, really good site. I was really impressed actually when I first came down, and I'm quite happy with everything. So yeah, hope this video helps. This is literally 5 minutes from the site as well, as you can probably see, literally right on the coast. So a fantastic location for families, couples, elderly people, or maybe not actually, because it is a bit rocky, but all in all, amazing site. Thanks. Well, I wish I'd have got fish and chips yesterday. £27.90 for 2 fish and chips. That is a joke. At the Lobster Pot on Portland Bill. About them fish and chips that I had earlier, I know that I'm going to get ripped in the comments by people who will say, well, you know, you're down south, you can expect it. The fish and chips were not £15 fish and chips, especially sat outside on a bench for takeaway. You know, I would pay that if we were in a fish bar, or, you know, we were in a restaurant that we were serving fish and chips. I wouldn't have a problem. But I think the problem was that, and still is, that we were sat outside. We had to, you know, deal with everything ourselves. It was £15 and the fish and chips were just not very good. The portion sizes were alright. The chips weren't what I'd expect to come from a, you know, as fish and chip chips. So a little bit disappointed, to be honest. And the only reason that we ended up being there is that we had a table booked at one of the local pubs. I can't remember what it was called. We booked it a couple of weeks back, and then all of a sudden we got there and then we got told that the pub were closed because they were doing some refurbishment, but no one had told us, which, had it been 3 or 4 weeks earlier with COVID, we might have struggled to get in somewhere else, especially if it were a weekend as well. We were lucky that it is Wednesday night, so we've not really struggled to get food tonight, albeit we just had to pay £30 for a takeaway fish and chips. But maybe that's just me being a northerner, not liking to spend money. Good day. Well, back to the van after a long day. It's about 11 o'clock and I'm looking forward to going to bed because I'm up early in the morning to get to Ladford Bay. Check out my YouTube channel for the arrival of that one, because I'm going to try and get that on record because it's supposed to be a great site. And yeah, see you tomorrow.